from a Jewish point of view, where we don't believe in the divinity of Christ. I think that there you can make an argument that the Gospels, which were written,
he was just a prophet, and
significant. No. We don't even believe he was a prophet.
What do you think he was? What do you guys think?
What do I think he was historically? I think he was a Jew who tried to lead a revolt against the Romans and got killed for his trouble, just like a lot of other Jews at that time who were crucified for trying to lead revolts against the Roman and got killed for their trouble.
Am I missing something here? Am I missing something? The more I dig into things, the more I really, 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 really get tired of the corrupt Israel government. Not Jewish people. I'm not a Muslim, whatever, supporter thing, so don't think I'm going that direction. I'm just talking about the fact that I'm going to show you a video of Congress giving Netanyahu a standing ovation, and you've got every Republican and every Democrat just clapping like crazy. They just recently passed a thing where, we are required by law to not have any kind of political dissent when it comes to any of the Department of Defense contractors making weapons for Israel. We cannot say, in other words, you could be, if you decide not to work for Israel and build weapons for them as a Department of Defense contractor in the United States, that they could actually come and hold you legally liable for some kind of political persecution. It's crazy. And we just recently had them come to our Congress and try everything they can to pass some kind of anti-Semitic speech law so that we can't see anything about the Israel government. And, am I the one that forgot? Has anybody forgot that there was this huge, child abuse ring that was caught? One of the head computer hacker guys that works for Israel, and he's over here in the United States trying to meet up with a really, really young person, gets caught up in it and then arrested, and then goes to a Soros-operated judge and magistrate who then do not take his passport, which you're supposed to do on a flight risk, especially when you let him just sign their own bond. He goes to Israel to hide out. This happened the other day. And then Netanyahu goes, "Hey, what are you talking about?" And he's like, "I'm coming to Congress right now to plant more listening devices in the White House and see if I can't soak up some more information to make sure you guys aren't speaking out against me." It pisses me off, man. And when I sit there and I'm like, what is up with this? Why does the Israel government run our politics? In my personal opinion, based on information that I've received over the past few weeks that gets more and more in depth about the Charlie Kirk thing, doesn't say that they outright did it, but it shows where their operatives are in all the key intelligence to facilitate this assassination to take place. They like a huge stand down. What do we know about stand down? I'm going to show you a video, but this is me venting. What do we know about Israel and stand downs? What about October 7th? Whenever everybody was at a big concert, they moved the concert to right there at the border and then had a huge breach. Intelligence told them this was going to happen. Military 10 minutes away. And they all stood down for 7-8 hours to allow this attack to happen. And what do you get out of this? You get a Netanyahu that says, "Yes, I know that there's corruption, and I'm probably in trouble with it, but we'll figure out after the war is over, then we'll get back to looking at what I've done wrong." Jewish people, nothing against you guys. But what's going on over there, the persecution of Christianity, they ain't done it yet, but they're doing it. They are doing it under the table because media is not reporting on it. But if you look at over there in Israel right now, Christians over there are being very much in harm's way. And let me tell you something. Back in 2023, they tried to pass legislation where they were going to just take Christians' land because it was theirs. They said it was ours. Like people, if you were a practicing Christian in Israel, then you were going to get a knock on your door telling them that you had to leave. This is sacred land. This is ours, not yours. You can't have this. They're taking this from you. It didn't pass, but just the fact that they thought it'd be a good idea to try to make that happen was very alarming. And they're not done yet. They're going to put that back up again. It's coming. It's coming. And I don't know. But let me show you this video. It's pretty wild.
The Prime Minister of the State of Israel.
No. Sorry. No. This goes on and on and on and on and on and on. It just keeps going on. I'm sorry, guys. But the thrill is gone for me. No. Our president can't even get that. The president of the United States, the one who's trying to save this country, I think. I'm pretty sure. I voted for Trump. I'm a Trump supporter, but I know that there's a lot going on behind the scenes when that comes. But this dude right here, no, sorry, no. They had to put a bunch of makeup on that lip herpes. He got lip herpes. But, there's so many people out there that's going to get mad at this video, and I'm sorry if you do. And one day you'll wake up and you'll see that something's really wrong here. Something is really wrong. I don't like it. I feel like that, and it makes me very downtrodden. I'm after what I seen, the misleading text messages, the way that he read the letter that Charlie Kirk wrote to him to make it look like he's in favor of all this. Charlie Kirk started to see something, and he started to say something. Boris, this Bibi Netanyahu dude, tried to put a bunch of money in the Turning Point USA before Charlie Kirk was assassinated. He turned him down. He said, "Nope, I don't like it. I don't want to be part of this." He said, "I feel like I'm having to compromise what I believe in to keep you guys happy." He said, I'm a little bit concerned here." He said, "I don't want your money," and he turned down a personal trip by Netanyahu. He said, "No." He's like, "Okay, I'll send you an airplane. You come over to Israel. Take some pictures. You kissing on that wall." He said, "No, thank you. I don't think I want to do that right now. I think I'm moving in a different direction here." He says, "I'm starting to see something that's really bothering me." And there was all these people that came to Charlie Kirk and tried everything they could to get him to move the other direction. And this was right before this assassination took place. And I'm not saying that, I don't know, all I'm saying is like, when you start putting the dots together and all the people who are involved and the stuff that's not coming out and the intentional flubs of the investigation. And also, by the way, you got these text messages between this Tyler Robinson guy and his boyfriend. And let me tell you something right now. In my honest opinion, I think that those text messages are not legitimate. I think that those text messages are manufactured. And people say, "Well, it came from Tyler's phone number." Well, if you're going to try to hide evidence and leave a trail of evidence doing so, this makes really... When you find out about the text messages, I'm trying to keep the video short, but all I'm saying is the communication between Tyler and his boyfriend about the firearm and all this stuff, which, by the way, the video footage makes no sense, that we've seen of the dude coming off of a roof bending his leg. There's no firearm. The phone number, yes. Have you ever got a call from a telemarketer from a phone number that was familiar to you, and you answer the phone as some dude from overseas that has hijacked that phone number because he knows you'll answer it because it's a number that you recognize? How do they even know that when they call you from numbers that you know are somebody's numbers? And you call that, if you get a missed call, I've called a missed call back because that number popped up and they go, "I didn't call you." Or I'll get a call from somebody, "I missed a call from your number." Like, I didn't call you. I'm like, that was probably a telemarketer who hijacked my number. and it's a scammer. And so if some dude over there sitting in a mud hut in India can get a phone number that you'd recognize so that you'll answer the phone to try to scam you into giving you information off of your debit card machine, then I'm pretty sure that the government would have ways of being able to hijack somebody's phone number and send a bunch of text messages setting a narrative so that they could follow through with all the necessary things to facilitate the exact way they want this to look. And I'm just saying, who benefits from all this, by the way? Have you not seen all the people sitting on the board for Charlie Kirk show now? Let me show you something. See that right there? All the people from the Daily Wire, they're like, we're going to do Kirk show. See all those shields right there? See that? So who benefited from that? What happened here? I just get upset, especially when I'm sitting there watching like Lauren Boebert and all these people that are, we're America first, America, 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 America. And we pull hard for these people. We do content. We try our best to pump these people because we feel like they're going to be on our team. And then you got this little crooked little wiener guy come walking up, but this little Netanyahu dude who's obviously using the money, clout, and whatever he can to influence people in the United States for their benefit. And it just bothers me, man. And I know that this, I'm not really bringing like, well, he's not bringing any new. I know I'm not. I'm just telling you how I feel. And I think that if you feel the same way, fine, leave me a comment in the comment section. If you don't like what I'm saying, fine. If you unsubscribe, I'm not, I'm only telling you what I see. I'm not against Jewish people at all. I'm not pulling for any of those people over there in Islam with the Muslim stuff and the Sharia law. I am not doing that. That is not the angle of this video. I don't like that either. I think that that's really bad. I just don't get it. And when I see all of these Congress people standing up, we've got a problem. Our own president can't even get anything remotely close to that at all. Even the Republicans don't. There's a bunch of Republicans who sit down, won't even clap. And you got all the Democrats, all the Republicans. You got House Speaker douchebag Mike Johnson and all these. I mean, just everybody. Just if they could just get they just need a spoon to just eat some of his crap, some of Netanyahu's crap. Right, he just leaves on the floor there. All the reports about Netanyahu's team putting listening devices in very, very hard to get access to areas, which means either Netanyahu doing it himself or some of his very close security team, because every time he leaves, every time Netanyahu comes and goes, and they sweep the area and uncover all of these listening devices, and they still let him come back over. They still have him over there. And, It's been told from sources that I've listened to that have really good sources of information. They say, hey, just to give you a little heads up, Blumenthal, by the way, go back and see what Blumenthal was talking about how the Trump administration and all these people are scared to damn death of Israel. I'm scared to do anything that pisses Israel off. Yeah. And that's just not good. And watching that, really, 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 really grinds my gears. If you let me know how you feel in the comment section, guys. Let me know how you feel. Take it easy, and we'll have plenty more content. I'm gonna big deep dive tomorrow evening on my live with me and Matt. We're gonna talk about stuff. Be there or be square. 6:30 p.m. North Carolina time. I'm out.